Hey, welcome back. So, have you ever had a moment where you might have been having a rough day and someone came in to try to talk to you and you said, "Hey, just give me a moment," because you know your energy was off? Or say you walked into a room and you saw people crying, and then you responded to them because you were able to see that they were clearly in need. Well, that's a little bit what we'll be discussing, which is just what is emotional intelligence and understanding the impact it has on you and the people around you. So, what exactly is emotional intelligence? Well, it's about knowing what you're feeling in the moment, why you're feeling that way, and how your emotions might affect others. It can help you read people better. It will help you with your interactions, how to respond to others. Um, And I'm so sorry. I know, like, my sinus is draining and doing the most. I'm so sorry. Just bear with me. Just bear with me today. So basically, knowing how to respond to others. Um, you think about those times where someone maybe wasn't aware that someone might have been having a bad day, and then all of a sudden they're responding, instead of giving that person space or space because they're not having the best day. They want to try to go and interact, and then get angry at that person because that other person is in a bad mood. They're not really showing that they have the highest level of social or emotional intelligence in that moment. They might mean well. However, sometimes you got to just stop and stand back instead of just responding. All right, next thing, we've got to remember that having a strong sense of emotional intelligence, how it's going to impact our personal, professional life, and how that will help us build stronger relationships and actually make better decisions. It's going to enhance our relationships. It's going to enhance our communication, our decision making. It's going to allow us to be better leaders because we can resolve conflict easier. It's going to help us with our leadership skills. You're going to know who to guide where, how to pair people. All of those things are really going to help you. And help you know how to handle tough or difficult conversations. We don't always want to have those difficult conversations, but when we do have them, you never know how the other person is going to respond. And by having a good emotional intelligence, we will be calmer as we respond, to realize that as the person might be responding to us, they may not react the way we think they should react. So at all times, you've got to kind of keep your cool, stay calm under pressure situations. I have been tested so much this past week and last week of trying to keep my patience. I have found that being really mindful and self-aware of myself, that I have stopped, instead of responding to people, like I'm taking a pause, I'm counting down, and then give me just 2 seconds. I gotta pull my head back. Let me see. I don't remember where I was at. Where I was saying. I've found myself having to count down. I'm having to remove myself from situations, so I can make sure I'm staying calm, I'm staying present in the moment, and I am reacting based off of the situation and not letting my emotions get the best of me. Sometimes we react off of how we feel about something versus what is actually happening in the moment. And then another thing, it's just, it'll make you be thoughtful of the choices you make instead of, like I said, making the emotional response to things. A few key components that are a part of it is, being, like I said, being self-aware, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, emotion. I'm sorry, random. Yeah, I'm off task real quick. So I was talking to my 5-year-old today, and he told me, "Oh, mommy, I had a good day. I had a good day." And he said, I said, well, what's motivating you to make sure you're doing good every day? He said, my body. It tickled me so. And I was going to say, oh, well, is it because of other people? But I think his answer was actually a great answer. We've got to be in tune with our body and knowing how to respond to things. So he didn't elaborate, but as I began to dive through his response, and I thought to myself, he's spot on. Look at him as a 5-year-old learning how to self-regulate so he can make sure he attains those green days. He said, I'm trying to get a pink day, which pink is that's like elite. So he's got a plan and he's sticking with it. He's trying to regulate his emotions at 5 years old. I mean, a lot of 5-year-olds aren't trying to do that. So I'm super proud of him because that's an area, he could work on just like we all could. Anyways, oh yeah. So, and then it helps with our empathy, being able to put ourselves in somebody else's shoes. And then our social skills, which all contribute to making sure we become very resilient in our emotions, and allow us to be more successful in life. Well, at work, it can also help us be better team builders. We can also think of how to problem solve. There's a lot of things that go with emotional intelligence, and hopefully, if you haven't been aware and you're just snapping off, popping off, responding, you'll take a few moments to try to think through your responses. Stop, survey the scene, check it out. And remember, everything's not always about us. Yes, we have to regulate ourselves, but the way we respond, we can be mindful of the way we respond. And sometimes you don't have to always give the same energy that someone else is giving. Sometimes it's needed, because sometimes people don't realize what they're giving off. But when their energy is super high, sometimes you gotta survey the scene, figure out how you should really respond to de-escalate an issue, so you don't have those trials and tribulations. Well, hopefully you understand what a little more about emotional intelligence. Sorry, I keep saying social. I've got school stuff in my head. I'm sorry. Anyways, hopefully you understand how it really is impactful in your life and how you can respond to others. With that being said, please like, subscribe, share, and I appreciate you for taking your time out today to watch my videos. I hope you have an amazing, amazing day.